The following podcast contains real reviews and the ridiculous reactions of two would-be oracles of the internet. The opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Seriously.
Hello and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
Hi, Matt.
See, Matt's got the picture. This week, we're spooky.
Ooh.
What does that mean for ReviewParty.com? Well, normally ReviewParty.com is about reviews. It's about funnies. It's about internet. But this week, we're also about ghouls, ghosts,
Banshees,
demons,
Scylla and Charybdis,
ladies with warts on them.
Ooh.
Maybe guys with warts on them.
Yeah.
Guys with green skin, girls with green skin.
Toads.
No, toads. Don't get me started on those little guys. You ever take a big lick of one of those? Disgusting, bro. Do not recommend.
Okay.
Leave that sucker in the mud puddle. But do go out and get yourself some candy from strangers where the old day of the year that's acceptable. And if you strike lucky, that stranger might just give you some hard drugs disguised as candy. It's funny you always hear that, but I've never heard a first-hand report.
That's because drugs can kill on the first time.
Oh, yeah, there's no one to report it. It's just sort of an the child becomes an explosion.
Yeah.
All bystanders removed. I could start with this spooky fest. What do you want to start? What are we doing?
Let me see. You know what? Just to ease us into the spookiness, I've got some Google reviews for Bankston's Pumpkin Farm and Fall Fest.
Bankston?
We're not going full on spooky just yet. We're going just fall. Oh yeah, we're at Bankston's Pumpkin Farm. Erica Dankert writes, I cannot believe I paid almost $40 a ticket to walk a mile to get into this place, then walk around some more. It was awful. I swear, someone should have been at the exit saying, "Got you!" Took all your money to walk around and get on no rides because it was overly crowded. I wanted to warn oncomers as I walked out. For those of you lying, saying you had a great time and it's money well spent, you should be medicated. Either that, or you literally took a fall out before the Fall Fest and hit your head. 1 star.
Wow.
There is a response from owner. Hi, Erica. Many people enjoy their time on our farm. We are sorry you did not.
I mean, if it's an actual farm, they've already got a leg up on the competition. I've seen some posts about people going to pumpkin patches, and it's just like someone who tore up the grass in the yard to make it muddy and put out a bunch of Costco pumpkins.
Oh, God.
And charged $10 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, around here, once you get outside of Cook County around Chicago, you do get genuine, like, this is a farm, and maybe they've sort of amusement parked it a little bit, but there are definitely farm fields that are functional around here. There's just also like a big petting zoo structure and an inflatable pillow.
As far as I know, Halloween hay rides and pumpkin patches and apple orchards, unless they're scary themed, unless it's a horror hay ride in which people in costumes are going while you drive past them, it's all about just city slickers role playing that they're on a farm for 20 minutes because that's good fall feels. Do a little farmer cosplay. Look at me, I got my Uggs on. I can go in this mud here.
Let me get the spiced cider and have fun.
Yeah, if I lived on a homestead, I would spice my own cider all the time, but instead I'll pay $20 to walk around a place that smells bad.
Yeah. Speaking of smelling bad, I guess I'll jump to this other review because it's a bit longer. I forgot how much she just like totally... Knowing what the review says, her username now makes much more sense. This is Google reviewer Diane Pet Mom M. And she writes, disregard for animals. We came here on the 29th of October. There was a goat stuck in between a tractor wheel and the tractor itself. I told the guy you see in the pictures below that is outside the pen. He was playing on his phone and said, the goats hide there. After a while of watching, it was clear the poor goat was stuck. Others gathered around to watch. I went back to him and told him to get off his phone and do something. At this time, the guy you see in the picture by the tractor came over. He got in the pen to help. As he was trying to release the goat, the poor little guy was screaming. He said, quote, wow, he's really stuck in there. He eventually did free the goat. Look, goats are going to goat, but when they get stuck or are in duress and they need help. The careless attitude with this guy on his phone was absolutely deplorable. People that don't care about animals shouldn't be there to assist them. The guy selling carrots was useless as well. I will be reporting this to PETA. 1 star.
To PETA. PETA sucks, first of all. Let's get that out of the way. Go PETA yourselves. Let me repeat PETA sucks. Anyway, but I mean, maybe it sounds like a broken record. Maybe this is predictable, but you can't expect the people making probably less than minimum wage at these here establishments to be goat handling experts. You know?
Yeah, half of them are teenagers.
Yeah, just some dude. We got the picture of the goat. That does look like a sad goat. I feel for the goat here.
Let's be clear.
Definitely. Let's be clear. The goat should have got help. But how many goats is in a funny place's false alarms does this like $7 an hour dude got to deal with?
Yeah, I don't want to be tromping in and out of the goat zone too many times.
When you're at work, at your office, working on, I don't know, you're in the logistics department and there's a problem in accounting where people ain't getting their paychecks, no one's going to come ask you for help. You would freak out if they did. You'd be, I don't know how to, accountant? Bro, I don't know how to handle baby goat.
No.
And
let's say you do. But how many times you got to cry goat? Like before you're like, nah, I don't know. I don't know, that goat's really stuck. Goats can get lots of places.
Right, and I feel for the goat, but goat dumb. Like, was goat really stuck, or goat just too dumb to unstuck itself like the other goats that hang out there?
I think goats are pretty dumb.
This is like if someone came up to you and said, there's poop in the toilet. Like, yeah, that's where it's supposed to be, man. And they're like, no, you don't understand. There's poop in the toilet. Get off your phone and handle it.
Go flush it. Come on.
I feel like that turd's going to handle itself, all right?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Don't need me. Well, I'm not even looking at the time. Irresponsible. I got some reviews for us here on Halloween.
Yeah.
I'll start with this one because these are the ones I probably want to do the most.
Okay.
Make sure they're fired off. We talked about it recently, the real ones. I hope you get excited to hear that. From Amazon, we got the Tootsie Roll Caramel Pops Package Apple, 850 grams, 48 count. That's right. It's those green apple suckers with the caramel on the outside.
Yes.
I did not know that they were Tootsie brand.
Whoa.
Yeah, Tootsie is the ones you're thinking in your head with the plastic straw and the green wrapper. Yeah, the Tootsie man is fucking getting his Tootsies up on those. I have a couple here. I'll read the first one first. Kim Bolton titles their review, Not the Best. I ordered Tootsie Roll brand thinking they were the best. When they came in, it was evident that they had been in a hot environment and they were flat and the wrapping paper was stuck to the caramel. The taste was the same, but getting the wrapper off was unpleasant, especially when 3 children want them at the same time. 3 stars.
Okay, well, they're flat always, pretty much. That's just kind of the way they are. Also, caramel's notoriously sticky.
Yes.
So that's kind of the way it is.
Right, that's exactly what I thought. She's just describing the standard experience of having this sucker.
Want candy now. It's kind of the way they've always been wanting it.
You really can't help but picture like sort of a baby bird like screaming and clawing at their mother while she is like, "Why is this caramel sticky? Why is the water wet?"
Just the way it is. Goat's got a goat.
The goat's got a goat. The little kids are going to scream and claw at you for the candy. I cannot imagine. What age are if you are not of age to unwrap the candy yourself, you shouldn't have that candy.
Yeah, that's a choking hazard.
Definitely. And I think that's just a good, you must be this tall to ride the ride. If you can't crack that soda can yourself, if you need mom to do the for you, maybe you should just not have soda yet.
Mm-hmm. That's why the little hugs are great, because you just push down through the through the foil top.
The little hugs, barrel juice, as they're colloquially known. Yeah, that's more of these little turds speed. Get them a barrel of barrel juice. They'll be going at it all day. Yo, that would be a cool thing to hand out on Halloween, low key.
That'd be sick. Yeah, like it's sugar, kids. You love sugar.
It's sugar. It's their electrolytes. If they're fucking, they're hoofing it around town. They use a little hydration, but it's disguised not disguised. It's barely hydration, but more than they'd get otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
But let's hear from Busy Mom. All right. Hubby treat for being a good boy, she titles it. She writes, every Halloween, hubby sends me out to find a bag of these. I buy one or two, and he tears through them and then wants more. I went to the store, and the Halloween candy was gone. Oh, woe is me. Well, Amazon to the rescue. I bought one box and hid them, or so I thought. I gave him 4 just to wipe the smug smile from his face. Where to hide them now? Ah, in the dryer. Trust me, he will never look there.
Oh my god.
P.S. He is potty trained, so I do not know how to respond to that question. 5 stars.
What?
Amazon be asking you questions when you do the review sometime.
Right, okay.
So I don't know what Amazon asked to prompt that response. That's my assumption. I do not know though.
Right, I thought maybe she was like preemptively ready to fight back at us saying, "Are you his mommy? Because you seem like you're his mommy."
Maybe that's true. I mean, that is really before I got to that boomerang, that curveball at the end there. That's why you're thinking, right? This is a very unsettling spousal relationship here.
Yeah. Give me God, get the candy. I want it.
I never understood couples that are like, oh yeah, the wife handles the money.
Can't we both be capable? Yeah.
Right. I'm all about, I mean, maybe this is the millennial in us speaking, but I'm all about the partnership, right?
Yeah.
The 50-50, you lift me up so I can lift you up, and, etc. ad nauseum to infinity. You poop in my butt, I poop back in your butt, back and forth forever. As we should be. But yeah, I think this is a one-way poop train.
Yeah.
The relationship is more of a human centipede situation. She's up there eating the lollipops and he's getting the runoff.
Like, man, my guy goes through candy, apparently.
What? Oh, and to that extent, what do you think of the hiding of the candy?
It feels a little wrong.
It's yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it is because it feels like it's secrets in relationships I think are bad in general. But like it just gives like the wrong sort of relationship feeling, like The Office permanent marker on my box salad. Don't touch this. This is Matt's. Don't my roommates touch any of my salad dressing because I like the Green Goddess and it costs more. Don't touch that. I'm gonna have to hide this, aren't I? It just it's a weird. I don't know. It's weird.
And this is a display box of candy, by the way. It's 48 count.
So you probably got 40 suckers in 48.
48. Almost 50 suckers. And he, quote, tears through them and wants more.
I can't have... Eventually your mouth just starts to go raw.
That's a candy that literally, after, like, even just 2, your mouth will hurt.
Yeah.
And that's to its credit. But it's you got to have that certain sample size. Yeah, this is a situation here. Bro is like giving Jack Skellington or something. He's like a fucking member of the Halloween Town escaped and just feasting on candy. Regular Sandy Claus over here. Do you have a review?
I do. I've got a review that was sent to us by listener Stephanie, which just so happens to be an Amazon review for the Little Tykes. I mean, let's just get that out front. This is a Little Tykes product. The Little Tykes Magic Workshop Roleplay Tabletop Playset for Kids, Boys, Girls 3+. It's got, like, I'll just send a picture. It's got a little pot with a gem on it. It's got like a little tome with a gem on it. It's got a little wood carved shelf and a little stirring stick. It looks really cool and good, but It's shocking that it exists.
The very witchy set. Oh, I know a lot of crystal moms who would love to buy this for their kid.
Well, we might have one right here. An Amazon user, Laura, who I'm trying to see what her little user profile picture is. It's a moon sun thing with flowers in it. So yeah, we got those vibes going.
Okay.
She titles her review "Adorable" and writes, "Being a witch myself, I had my eye on the set for a while for my nephew. I finally took the plunge and spent the money, and I am so happy I did. From the moment it arrived, he immediately started using it and has not stopped. It's been at least 3 days since he has had it, and I get videos daily of him trying out his new spells. I am almost happy that I did not read any of the reviews before I made my purchase, because so many people have had problems with the mimic spell. Thank goodness his works just fine. Packaging is a nightmare. It took me at the very least 10-15 minutes to get everything out of the box. And make sure you change the batteries before you begin to play. The only design flaw/addition that could be made, but I also might be acting extremely picky. It's too bad there are no containers to hold the spell ingredients when it is time for cleanup. Knowing young children, it is only a matter of time before everything gets lost. A great idea would be little labeled plastic bottles with plastic cork-style toppers for the ingredients, just like an actual witch. Other than that, no complaints and super worth it, 5 stars.
I refuse to believe that any modern self-respecting witch is rolling around with novelty freaking cork potion bottles.
Yeah,
no.
That's
the witches I know. They're mason jar purists, brother. Come on. It's 2024.
They got mason jar. They got a bit of some muslin fabric.
Sure.
Or some cheesecloth. They use cheesecloth to store things.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hold no judgment against someone who feels their spiritual in that way and labels it with a cool word like witch. I wish I could label my beliefs with something cooler. But yeah, I don't know. I think she went ahead and fell into some of the tropes that maybe some of the cringier people that self-identify as witches do. And the tell is that potion bottle, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is and I also was thinking, wow, what good training for being a witch. You have to handle your own baubles and potions as they escape and wander. I think if your kid's losing their fucking penis of toad, scrotum of goose or whatever ingredients they got.
That's why you chop the toe off the dog completely. Otherwise, it'll walk away, little Tony.
You got to prepare them for the real witch world. You know, it's giving pampered, modern, privileged witch.
Are you a witch for the aesthetics, or are you really in this?
I think a mischievous witch would invite such anarchy into her life as ingredients. Having a life of their own, finding their way around the toy room.
That's the chaos. Yeah.
And then maybe they got to get a little creative and find their own ingredients.
Ooh.
Make their own spells. Or is being a witch all about rigidity and following the rules?
Yeah, maybe not. Interesting.
Yeah, I think I think what Hasbro Little Tykes was
Little Tykes.
Little Tykes was cooking here. You know, they made a playset that inspires great imagination, and you're just clamping them down. And I hate to see that for a young warlock. I hate to see it. Should we go gather some witchy warlock energy and come back?
Yep.
Tenfold strong. Yep, we're taking a break.
I'll get the bat's wing.
Abacadabra. Is that the bippity boo?
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to Upon... That's not what I'm doing. I don't know why the voice was leading me there.
It wanted to.
Welcome to Great Reviews in History. Pause for effect. Great Reviews in History is the segment where we go back in time and find old reviews of things that are old, most likely. That's how time works, chronology.
Whoa.
Yeah, right? Anyway, it's been a time-honored Halloween tradition for me to dig up an old horror movie from Hollywood's golden age and find some old contemporary reviews from newspapers. Support your library, accessnewspapers.com. It's great. This time, I'm going to look at a little movie called The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Are you familiar? You're familiar with the movie and The Creature. Have you seen?
I've not sat down for a sitting for The Creature. I've seen what is it, Lady in the Water, Shape in the Water, the Guillermo del Toro take. So I've basically seen it.
Probably. I haven't seen that. So.
Oh man, that's so up your alley, dude. You'd go crazy.
I'll have to check it out. Anyway, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Released in 1954. So I've got some newspaper clippings here. I'm gonna start with this one from the Press Telegram, Long Beach, California, Sunday, February 21st, 1954. In the past, there were older movies that I did, but I was like, I kind of like my Creature, so I'm gonna bring us slightly towards modernity. Anyway, movie monsters. Hold on to your seats. Here comes the Gill Man. For a quarter of a century, one Hollywood movie studio, Universal International and earlier the old Universal Company, has periodically shocked the wits out of movie fans and delighted exhibitors with movie monsters, horror creations which have, in their own way, provided competition with the glamour queens. Some of these have been star-making in their success. In other cases, the monster itself has outshone the player involved and outlasted him in memory. The monster matter comes up at the present moment because of the entry upon the movie scene of a new contender for horror honors. The Gill Man, a creature which lives and breathes on land or underwater.
That's what I call my buddies whose first name is Gil.
Hey, it's the Gill Man.
Gill Man.
He makes his debut in the movie The Creature from the Black Lagoon, a 3D thriller soon to be released, and he recalls such monstrous forerunners as The Phantom of the Opera, The Frankenstein Monster, The Wolfman, and Count Dracula. The Gill Man, seen in The Creature from the Black Lagoon, has webbed hands and feet, has pulsating gills and throat, stands 7 feet tall and was created by UI makeup chief Bud Westmore and Jack Devon. Its rubber plastic suit contains Ben Chapman, a 6'3", 210-pound ex-Marine athlete who swims like a fish as he frightens the wits out of Richard Carlson and Julia Adams in the film, not to mention the viewing audiences. That's our first little write-up.
I appreciate that something that time has lost, the name dropping and appreciation of special effects workers and makeup artists on movies like that. I can't recall any modern special effects artists' names off the top of my head. James Cameron, he ain't doing that work. He's just standing behind the camera and being a dickhead.
Go do that, guys.
He don't swim like a fish. He swim like a man in a fish suit, but probably pretty impressive back then just to have a guy in a suit like that underwater and camera shots underwater honestly, and stuff.
Yeah, and props. Another thing back then, it's just like, this is just like, he was a Marine and an athlete, and we got him for a movie.
Yeah, that's always fascinating how Hollywood just finds people.
Just like a guy.
We needed a guy, and we found this guy, and he's perfect, and he's from Kentucky, and he's tall.
My only critique with that one was how they scared the wits out of the audience or people twice in the same little write-up. I'm as big a fan of being scared witless as the next person, but have some reserve.
I'm kind of curious if there was any universal monster fatigue by the time we hit Swamp Man. They named Werewolf had come out, Phantom of the Opera, the Frankenstein, the Dracula, obviously.
Yeah. Well,
you make 3 zombie movies in a row these days, and people fucking swear off the genre for like 20 years.
We'll get back to that. just you wait. After this little write-up from the Rutland Daily Herald, March 22nd, 1954, a group of geologists discovers a skeleton hand with webbed fingers along the banks of the Amazon while on an expedition. While searching for the creatures, they find the natives dead and mutilated at one of their campsites. They soon discover the creature is a gill man, half man and half fish, who is attracted to one of the women in the expedition.
No.
Their attempts to capture and kill him should bring everyone to the edge of their seats. Rating with the more interesting science fiction entries, this has the thrills and chills for the younger set, and is one of the weirdest stories ever told. Full stop.
This just makes me think that Guillermo del Toro is we do not deserve him in this modern era. to completely erase people, that reading of the movie, that like, yes, hunting down this freak and killing him is sick.
I had that same thought of like, ooh, how bad was it that like, something different, we must kill it.
Right. And I know that Frankenstein Universal movie ain't true to the original novel, with its messaging, but I'm pretty sure you're still supposed to feel sympathy for the monsters to an extent in these movies.
Yeah.
At least a wee bit. Maybe not Dracula, but Wolfman's having a bad time, dude.
Wolfman, I just watched that literally like a week ago. It's like 70 minutes long. You can. It's really easy. But yeah, he didn't do anything wrong. He saw someone getting attacked by a wolf, and he's like, I'm gonna try and save that girl. He gets bit, and now he's cursed to be a wolf man. He didn't do anything wrong. His old dad is like, no, son, you're crazy, son. I'm gonna strap you to this chair. Trust me. Yeah, things don't go well.
Yeah, and they just have a bad time, It hurts someone who claims they're a critic to give such a stubby reading of this.
Here is a bit of a lengthier one. This is from the Courier Gazette, March 18th, 1954. Terrifying science fiction combines with phenomenal underwater photography to make Universal International's Creature from the Black Lagoon a remarkable excursion into excitement. Filled with chills and thrills, this story of the hazardous search for a primitive Amazon gill man opened today at the Ritz Theater. with Richard Carlson and Julia Adams in starring roles. The creature, assumed to be the only living link with the beginning of time, rules the mysterious Black Lagoon, an uncharted part of the Amazon. When scientists Carlson and Miss Adams with coworkers Richard Denning and Antonio Moreno pursue him, this half-man, half-fish strikes back with amazing fury. And when the creature, aroused to strange emotions by its first sight of a woman, abducts Miss Adams into his underwater domain, the scientific expedition becomes a desperate struggle for survival. Carlson is a standout as the leader of the expedition, a man who recognizes the creature for what it is and tries to understand it. Miss Adams, whose lengthy appearances in swimsuit and halter and shorts unveils... Good God, I didn't read all this. Lengthy appearances in swimsuits and halter and shorts unveils Hollywood's most celebrated legs. Gives her part proper proportions of allure and scientific awareness. Denning as the ambitious museum director and Antonio Moreno as a dedicated geologist add great strength to a superb cast. The remarkable submarine camera work in Creature from the Black Lagoon is a fascinating experience in itself. Fabulous among the many underwater thrills are the titanic battle between the creature and a harpoonist and the abduction of Miss Adams deep into the Gillman's lair. Note, the following to be included for 3D engagements. And most spectacular element of all is the first underwater 3-dimension camera work. Harpoons, jets of vapor, and even the Gillman itself plunge at the audience to add startling thrills to 3-dimension motion pictures. Ooh.
It's funny that the most respectable review otherwise.
Yeah, it was going so well.
Yeah, of the time, you can just like, that's a bullet point of a movie. It's like, you guys, they put a lady on the screen and you see legs, you see cheeks. Oh my God.
You know what she's here for.
Just like the novelty, like it's already such a novelty that they can even have moving pictures on the screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So naturally, like, well, what are we gonna? We can put moving pictures of what kind of cool stuff would there be? Well, scary monsters, cool underwater effects, and ass and titties for certain got to be on the list. I do like that the reviewer very clearly laid out. It made me realize that it's just Tarzan. It's just Tarzan underwater, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like the missing link.
Yeah, they come, they see these, people, it's who they think innocent people ravage. They explore more. Tarzan wants Jane, and the scientist has to save them, and it's misunderstanding. I see.
How perceptive. May it serve you in this final piece. This appears to be like an ad, like a promotion in the newspaper.
Sure. Yeah, we kind of get those reviews that it's supposed to be a critique, but they just like say what it is.
What the movie is, the plot.
Yeah.
This one is totally different. These are Hollywood's prize fiction creatures, from the Golem first of movie monsters to the Gillman, soon to be seen in the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Name them, win free state theater tickets. And then it's got like 12 pictures with little captions. It wants you to try and name as many of these movie monsters as you can, and like send in your responses, and if you do well, you might win free tickets.
Man, that's just the modern day. Like and subscribe, please.
Kinda. Do you want to go through some of these? I know you don't get the benefit of the picture, but I think you'll probably do pretty well all the same.
Okay.
Our first one, granted they did give us the first and last, and I wouldn't know this movie. His goal, they capitalized goal. His all caps goal. His goal was to kill, and he pursued M, capital E-M, at night. He was the movie's first science fiction monster. I see what they did there.
It's Frankenstein?
No, it's Golem. There must have been some movie called The Golem.
Yeah,
the Golem.
Bro, Bro, golems are cool, dude.
Yeah, they didn't do anything wrong.
No.
Moving
you gotta
on.
Get the guy who made them.
That's true. Learn your lore, people. Number 2, his lair was in the sewers below the Paris Opera House, where he lived to hide his skull-like face. Any guess?
Yeah, that's Mr. Lloyd Webber's Phantom of the Opera.
That is, of course. These are all, really easy. 3, the parts of dead men gave him form. The alchemy of storm and lightning gave him life.
That's my green homie Franklin.
That's Franklin D. Rosenstein. Out of his sarcophagus, out of the dark of his Egyptian tomb, he stalked those who defied an ancient curse.
Who doesn't know mummies are from Egypt, bro? Come on.
Yeah, these are all so easy. By daylight, a man. By moonlight, the starling carnivore who rose to the call of the pack.
Oh, the pack? Come on. Werewolf.
No one could see him, yet many knew he was there. Famed English author H.G. Wells created him.
What? That's all you don't name drop any other authors, but that's all you got for Invisible Man?
Come on. Long-time listeners reviewed that last year.
That was a fun one.
That was a cool one. Because he was a scamp, that Invisible Man.
Yeah, all the critics were alarmed by how mischievous this. They were almost shocked by his mischief.
Running around. There's just a pair of pants running around.
Freaking out, bro.
He was 2 personalities in one. A respected London doctor by day, a murdering fiend by night.
I was thinking about Dr. J and Mr. Hyde.
Fabulous ghostly being that appeared as a human corpse by day and prowled as a vampire by night.
That's Nosferatu. Vampire,
just a
right?
Drac. It's a Drac.
Oh, just Dracula.
Yeah.
One of them vampies.
This one was a curveball. Victor Hugo's immortal classic of a medieval French cathedral and a man with a twisted mind and body.
Which one's that one?
He's French. He's got a twisted mind and body. Body is twisted. It's the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, he's French. Well, that's just most French people.
They're twisted. This one I actually don't know, and the picture, the scan from 1954 isn't so great, but maybe we can get there. From an unknown planet in outer space, these creatures landed on Earth to assume the forms of human beings.
Oh, Invasions of the Body Snatchers?
It's gotta be Body Snatchers. I don't know when the first one came out, but that's gotta be it.
I know it's a very old classic sci-fi movie.
Oh, the first one was 1956. Is that right? Because I knew the one with Donald Sutherland was a remake. I don't know. That could be it.
Yeah, one of those remakes
I don't know.
Or movies they've just remade like 80 times.
100 times, yeah. Almost done. They invaded us from Mars to kill and destroy until our lowly germs saved the world. I don't know what that is. Is that it?
It's War of the Worlds.
I think you're right.
That's the twist. The big scary beasts or invaders never covered their ass on the most obvious thing, which is like being in a new environment with diseases they've ever had.
Mm-hmm. And
which
finally,
it kind of sucks. You give away the whole tension of the book. That's like the last chapter.
I should read that.
Have you seen the Thomas Hanks one?
I have seen the Thomas Cruise one.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Mr. Cruise. Yeah,
Tom Hanks, and that would be great.
Nah, they should. Yeah, Tom Hanks should be the daughter in that, with Tom Cruise as the dad. That would be just sick.
Oh yeah.
And then Ben Affleck's kid can still be the kid.
Mm-hmm. Finally, discovered in a lagoon in the Amazon, he is Hollywood's first science fiction creature that is half man, half fish. We know him. We love him. He's the Gill Man.
They give you a gimme.
Yeah, they give you gimmies. You gotta do it. They're trying to sell tickets.
Man, I wonder what's in it for them getting all these letters.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sick.
Where do I send this? Oh.
That's the great review?
Yeah, that's a great review of history. You heard it here, folks.
Yeah, that does make me kind of want to watch it and
I'm
get
trying
my
to
own
remember.
modern smarter than all people that were born then.
There's like two. I can't remember if it's the second one or the third one where he like picks up a car and just chucks it. Maybe he just like he like throws a guy, and you're like, that's awesome. Gilman's so strong.
Gilman's sick. We need more Gilman fucking content. Put Gilman in Fortnite. Has Fortnite not done Universal Monsters? Fortnite,
That seems so ripe.
Yeah, and free. You
That'd
don't
be
even need
so
to pay
much
anyone
fun.
for it.
Yeah.
I got a review here.
Let me hear it.
I gotta get one. So I'm doing candy this year. We're doing Matt, let me ask you, if you're in fourth, fifth grade, what's prime? Like, I need some fucking candy. And you look down in that bag, what are you most excited to see?
Oh, man.
What's the first thing getting chomped?
If I've got Airheads, I'm pretty psyched about that. Skittles, Starburst, maybe.
For me,
Kit
the
Kat bars?
Alpha and the Omega,
Twix.
it's got to be those peanut butter Reese's cups.
Ooh, okay.
It's, they're not a surprise. They're a staple, which usually I like something a little more unorthodox, but to me they're undeniable. So this is an Amazon review for the Reese's Milk Chocolate Snack Size Peanut Butter Cups Halloween Candy Jumbo Bag, 19.5 ounces. We're going to listen to Kristen Perez here. They write, edited review because Amazon doesn't want you to know the truth. This was written this year, October 13th. So
okay.
Fresh. I love these candies. What I don't love is when you get your purchase and it's completely melted through, you can't get the paper wrapping off of them. Then Amazon deny your review, telling you, the customer, to be careful with your purchasing because the peanut butter cups arrived so melted that they were almost inedible. So it's not a value for your money when they so damaged that you can't eat them. That entire center of the peanut butter cups were hollowed out and deformed beyond recognition. I'm sorry, Amazon only wants me to lie about the product issues the product they sold me has. They were also white and splotchy. They're obviously not fresh. Size is awesome for the price if they were edible, but they aren't. The few that were edible were good, but then all recessed peanut butter cups are good. But it's sad when more of the chocolate broke off them and all over my clothes than in my mouth because of how melted and deformed the huge majority of these were. 1 star.
Wow. I'm looking up chocolate bloom. I think that's what it's called when it gets white on it. Chocolate bloom is a white or off-white coating that can appear on the surface of chocolate caused by changes in the distribution of its ingredients. That doesn't really tell me a whole lot. It's still safe to eat and use. It can affect the taste. Yes, to prevent chocolate bloom, you can maintain relative low humidity levels. So this chocolate got too hot.
Chocolate got a little hot and humid. And, that's not good. But the phenomenon of the center being
empty, hollowed out.
Hollowed and deformed beyond recognition.
I'm going to tell you.
I do not even recognize you as a Reese's cup.
This combination of chocolate and peanut butter is unknown to me. Maybe I've said this before on the show. Maybe I've just talked in confidence to people. I kind of like when you get the Kit Kat, just a little tour. I like putting that in my pocket until it melts, and then so it loses its like bar of gold like shape, and it just sort of is one homogeneous thing around the crispy wafers.
Yeah,
and then I just get to chomp into that with no regrets about should I break it in half. No. It's great. I like that I can't recognize it as a Kit Kat at that point.
Right, it becomes something more, something custom to your taste.
So maybe you gotta give these unrecognizable Reese's a chance.
I don't want to eat a melty Reese's, but there's no Reese's I couldn't put in the fridge and then enjoy it a little later.
Put that on some ice cream? My goodness. Oh, you take that bag and just chop it up. Make a milkshake.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Exactly what I was going to say. Make a freaking peanut butter smoothie with those.
Take some sort of pancake batter. You sprinkle that on the pancake.
Oh.
You're having the best flapjacks of your gosh darn life. You've been given an opportunity to invent.
Life has given her lemons. And she said
these are
there's no
sour.
lemonade. These are sour. You can't do anything with these. They're a little squishy. Yeah, perfect for lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the ripe bananas. Do you want to do a review on the end here? Get one more fired off?
Let me see. Do I have a... Where are we looking at time? I don't know. I think most of mine are like lengthy.
Oh, let me... All right, I've got a double...
Yeah.
A double
Treat
or left.
yourself.
I'll just read one, and if we get to all right, I'll double dip here to finish us off. Let me see which one I want to do. Okay, I'll read this quick one. This is an Amazon review for the Trolli Electric Crawlers Candy 6.3 ounce bag.
Yeah.
These are the sour electric crawlers. They're gummy worms. They're notable, I guess, because they have two flavors zapped together.
Okay.
You kind of just taste like one flavor when you eat them, but I can vouch that these are bitchin' candy if you like sour candy. Not off the chart sour, just good. But Mary C. Page will tell us all about it. She says, unique gummy worms. She writes, I purchased these electric blue-colored gummy worms to go in a dirt cake. They are unique and really added a touch of realism to my dirt cake. I also purchased the little terracotta colored pots for my dirt cake from Amazon. 5 stars.
Yeah, nothing more real than bright blue worms and stuff.
Imagine all the people that cracked into those dirt cakes and saw a little blue worm and went, ah!
You can't serve this. Did you know?
There's worms in the chocolate, man. This is terrible. This is disgusting. Getting slapped at our own freaking party.
I'd be scared witless.
We already said that this episode.
Oh,
man.
dang it.
Oh, it's over. Yeah. Why not? It's over. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, listeners. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Halloween. Thank you, ghouls, for listening. We got new episodes of This Bee every Tuesday. That's right. Hashtag Tuesday Reviews Day. I guess I should say Happy Halloween, too. I hope you have a wonderful and safe Halloween season, whatever you're getting up to. Thanks for making Review Party a little part of it. If you want to be even more a part of the Review Party, you can send in a hot, funny, delicious, silly, weird review, just like Stephanie did this week. Thank you, Steph.
Yeah.
To reviewparty.com@gmail.com and include your name so we can throw you some credit for it.
If you want to reach out to us on social media, guess what? You can. At reviewparty.com on Instagram and TikTok. At reviewpartypod on Twitter/X. Reviewparty.com is where you can find all of our wonderful entertainment du jour. But if you like YouTube, just search Review Party. If you like Letterboxd, like reading reviews, search Review Party. We got content out there for days. This is episode 226.
226.
We got content out there for days. Go find it. Go feast
literal
on it.
days.
Enjoy. Do it.
Do it. Is it my turn again?
It is.
You're a damn professional at these plugs. Hey, Nosebleeds. They let us use their song "Bread for Breakfast" to feature every episode. Add a little flavor. Add a little deliciousness. If you want to chomp on some of that delicious flavor, Nosebleeds, look them up on Spotify. It's just one word. They got the good stuff. I review to get us the heck out of here. This review is from Amazon for Rips, strawberry and green apple licorice pieces, 4-ounce bag, 2 bags. Good candy if you see this on the store, gang. Zeri and Bryce title it, all caps, my favorite. They write, in all caps, I'll try and do my best to simulate it. Super yummy, a lot of flavor and correct thickness. It is a lot more sour than the store-bought. That's why I enjoy it 5 stars.
I'm sorry, correct thickness?
Correct thickness.
Yum, yum.